Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Today, we're on the Sentinelese people that lives on an island outside of India. These people traveled to that island, leaving Africa over 60,000 years ago. These people, and they haven't been touched, meaning they haven't been infiltrated. They're living the same life in the same way that they've been living since they left the continent of Africa. These people was there before there were any Caucasians on the planet. Now, let me give you my theory. Nubia, before Egypt, astronomy starts kicking in. Astrology. We even go back. No, all of this had happened around the same time. They go back when man said, you know what? I'll eat from this tree of knowledge because I want to be one just like the Creator. Some would argue that that was a good thing. Some argue that that was a bad thing. But the Sentinelese tribe was the ones who said, hey, I don't want to have no parts of this. We'll get as far away from those who ate from the forbidden fruit, the forbidden tree of knowledge. We're out of here. Meaning, because as the Bible states that the earth is only 6,000 years old, that's not true. The earth is much older than 6,000 years old. Now, when man, we're going back to when man started using the elements, start studying himself, start understanding, start looking at the stars, start looking at constellations, start understanding the operation of the sun, meaning how it gives life. Start building the Scorpion King, the Dynasty Zero, building pyramids, Imhotep, the first architect, right? We're going back in time to where decisions was being made. Hey man, we want to make monuments, we want to make structures, and then you had a splinter group that they call the Sentinelese who are saying, I want to live the exact same way when man was first created, and we'll just leave it at that. So when his brethren started building over in Africa, that's why you got pyramids in Africa started, and the oldest bones found in Africa and the creation of man. This group broke off, traveling through the Indus Valley, I believe, on up until that island that's off the coast of India. Now, they off from the world. They don't know what's going on around the world. They don't know about grafting and experimentation and new people coming to the island. That's what they call pale face. They haven't seen any mulattoes because at that time when they was around, wasn't no race mixing because there was no Caucasians around to even race mix with. So they didn't know. And so these people, let's say the early 1600s, explorers come. They come with the Bible. The Sentinelese sent them away because they were like, well, who is these strange looking people? Who is these pale skinned people? Get back. Right? 1700s. explorer comes to the island, kidnaps the grandfather and 4 of their grandchildren. Amongst the disease that they carried, and reason being is that we all know that Constantinople wanted to spread Christianity throughout the world. He came with a cross. He came with a Bible, but that cross and Bible conquered many nations. Just look at the natives in the Americas. Look at all over. Wherever you saw that cross and that Bible, the natives got whooped. They got indoctrinated. They got slaves. They got tortured. All under the guise of we're going to get you away from your heathen practices, right? We're going to give you the pure and true holy word of God, right? As we help ourselves to your valuables. You know what I mean? Yeah, as we conquer you, learn about this God. We'll take the land and you can have the Bibles, Yeah, that's how that went down. So these Sentinelese people, they didn't want to have no parts of it because they understood whenever that Bible came or whenever Paleface came, diseases came right along with it, so they takes no chances. Now, if you ever been in India, if you ever see the people in India, they dark or straight. I mean, they dark, so, the Sentinelese used to them. But the guy who came to the island, Paleface, who came to the island with the Bible, who was singing songs and hymns that he wrote to the people, they get back. You know what I mean? You got these diseases. We don't know you. You coming in the same form as the ones who we have a history that's taught within the culture about the one who came with the disease and trying to spread strange religion to us. And we know death has followed that Bible and that cross when it comes to indigenous people. I mean, that's just what it is. So they don't take a chance. Step foot on this island, Paleface with a Bible and the cross, we got to take you out. We don't want that part of it. Why don't you go spread that to you and your people? But don't bring it over here. We understand the fall of our brethren across. Hell, they got white Jesus in Africa, man. They got African pastors trying to walk on top of water and drowning. I mean, it's ridiculous. But okay, it is what it is, right? I mean, 2018, come on, y'all. Do anything surprise you all in 2018? Anything. It's like you hear news that wouldn't happen, let's say, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 90s, really in the early 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 1800s. You hear things going on today, you like, man, whatever, man. The world is ending. It's chaotic. Climate control, fires, rain, snow, hail, earthquake, sleet. And it's like, whatever is whatever, right? So these Sentinelese people was like, look, we don't want what you have to offer. So they took a arrow and pierced that book, that Bible, with the first message. You get on out of here and you can take that with you, right? Then he killed him. But now, in his mind, he's thinking he's going over there because he said, is this Satan's last stronghold? Wait, what do you mean? Why would you even think as a Christian that Satan has a hold of these people when these people are on this island not bothering anyone? They're not trying to conquer no other neighboring states or countries. They're not trying to create nukes. These people are not trying to get guns and go shoot up innocent people and whatnot. They're not trying to pollute the ocean and the atmosphere and polluted air, and they don't want to be the cause behind of that. They're not doing any of that. They're over there carrying on a tradition that goes back further than 60,000 years ago. And they if you ask them, it's just yesterday. They're living the way they've always lived in peace and in happiness, and in actually is enjoying this planet, till somebody comes from the outside and interrupts their party. Hey people, I got this white Jesus, you might want to meet him, and this Christianity, and if I teach you all Christianity, could you all make me a martyr? Could you all pay me as your God and build a statue to my name and bow down to me because I brought you heathens the word of God? And and by the way, can you check out these hymns I wrote? Wait, let me get my pipes together. Hey, don't wait a minute. Don't be shocked and amazed. I do have a pretty good voice. Let me. Okay. You want to hear it? Here you go. Oh, and by the way, these are hymns and tunes that I've wrote, and it'll be performed by me. And they like is in their language. They like what I'm interpreting. In their language, they like, what is this? Who is this? Who is this guy? What is this? What is he bringing to me? I don't know this guy. What do you want? You got diseases. Please stay back. Now, they're like, did anybody tell you that it's illegal to even come over here? What you doing? How'd you get over here anyway in the first place? They weren't cannibals. What did they do? 60,000-year-old people on the island, they buried the boy. They buried him. Put him underground. They ain't eat him. They ain't cannibalize him. They ain't cook him up and chop his meat up and put him in a frying pan. They killed him and buried him. And buried the white dog he had with him. Buried both of them. Hey, man, we don't know what this is. We really don't know who you are. We not used to seeing people this pale. If you do come, you better have some symbolism with you to where we can communicate, and it gotta be something of old because you a new entity entering into our territory. And you coming with this book, and trust me, they seen that book before. And they saw the people who came with that book, and they like, no, we don't know. No, get back. No, not today. But in his mind though, he thought he was superior. He thought that he was chosen by God to what do you call it? To help to remove the people from Satan's last stronghold. Come on, really? I mean, it's some of this stuff you just can't write. Now, the people who brought him to the island illegally that he paid now, he worked a backdoor deal. He like, hey, bub, come here. I know it's illegal, but you see that? I'm gonna turn my back, but you see that 100 on the ground? That's yours if I get to that island. And they like, dude, what, $100? Do you got any more? Hey, wait, let me turn around. I tell you what, give all y'all $1,000 apiece. That's on this ground, $1,000 apiece. But I need to get to that island. You catch my drift. And they're like, okay, yeah, man, come on, get on boat. We'll run you on over there. Yeah, you a smooth criminal. Run him over there, man. He writing in this journal. He's studying them like he's studying some caged animals or something. Look at their behavior. God, and once he realized he got in too deep that his magic wasn't working on the people, then it's, God, the Creator, Heavenly Father in earth. If I get killed today, if I understand if it be your will. But basically, man, you wasn't getting out of there. Nah, because they told you they had fishermen who fell asleep and they boat drifted on that island. They bow and arrowed them up. Filled them up, fill them for the arrows. Metal tipped, mind you, arrows. Wasn't just wood now. Metal tipped arrows. But the one important thing that scientists has to look at, though, and seriously, they didn't use them as meat. What type of animals are on that island? Are they vegetarians? You dig what I'm saying? Are they on a strictly fish and vegetarian diet? That's why their body is so clean and they can't deal with the diseases of the Europeans, because the Europeans brought diseases. Where did the diseases come from? Now, I got this from listening to Michael Savage the other day. He stated that syphilis came from the Llamas, where he was reading a report where somebody reported that the syphilis came from the Llamas, from the conquistadors, sleeping with the Llamas, contracted syphilis, took it back to Europe, and spread it around. Now, the story I had was the European sleeping with the with dogs, contracted syphilis, and spread it throughout Europe. But either way, it's a European sleeping with an animal. That's just what it is. Okay, spread the syphilis throughout. Now, you come on here, you got syphilis, you got other disease. Another story where a story of how the bubonic plague started was the fact that Europe was so prejudiced that when they was in Egypt and saw the Egyptians had cats, they went back to Europe and banned all the cats. Cats evil. These black African Egyptians got these cats. They must be evil. They worshiping cats. Get them out of here, right? So now you didn't have the cats to get rid of the mice. So the mice biting people on the ships. Cats gone. Mice biting people in the villages. The cats are gone. And so the bubonic plague spread throughout Europe due to rat bites and rat infestations within the water and whatnot, because it was infested with rats. The Moors came and saw, can you bring some cats to get rid of these mice? Cats back, was killing and chasing the mice out, cured the bubonic plague with the syphilis that the Moors gave them, showed them how to make that, and saved Europe through the Dark Ages, right? But, black folk, we ain't not going to get credit for none of that. The world can't know. You know what I mean? You ain't hear from me. That's how the game goes. And so now, okay, everybody is happy, but these people know, don't bring your disease over here. Don't bring your religion over here. We're doing fine. We don't want your smart cars. We don't want your paper mill plants on the land. We don't want nothing you got. We're doing fine. We're vegetarians. We're catching fish. We're eating. We're enjoying life. We in the sun, man. We having fun, having children. We living the exact same way we've been living for over 60,000 years, passed down from generation to generation, and we still here doing fine. And we don't have no doctors on the island. Ain't no hospitals on the island. They don't have a pharmaceutical pill mill on the island where they gotta pop their high blood pressure and diabetes medicine on the island. They don't have any of that. No jails on the island. They not capturing their people and locking them up for life, for killing each other. Now live on the island. They don't have insane asylums. They not driving each other crazy on that island. They sitting there enjoying life. They not driving each other crazy and killing each other over dice games. And they not doing that. They not. But I got to go back to this again, because the stories are, them jungle people coming out of Africa, they be eating each other and was cannibals, and you know what I mean, and all these other stories. And them people over there, population growing, they burying their dead, eating healthy, enjoying life. And come on. They look, we all right. We don't want your system. We don't want your economic system. We don't want your Democrat and your Republican. We don't want none of that. We don't want your TV shows. Don't you bring Hollywood nowhere near. We don't want your prostitutes. We don't want your cars. You know what I mean? We don't want your cell phone. We don't want your radiation. We don't want your nuclear weapons. We don't want you poisoning our waters. Matter of fact, don't even get close to the water, because we know We know what's going on. You get close to us and to our island, they simply say we gonna kill you. We ain't not gonna have no mock trial. We not gonna have a trial. Not gonna have no lawyer. We don't need no DA. We don't need a bailiff. We don't need the security guard. We don't need the officers to bring you in handcuffs. We don't need none of that stuff. You come over here, we don't need your now later than your candies. You know what? We don't need your fried ice cream. We don't need none of that. You know what I mean? And if you come over here with some fried ice cream or anything similar to what y'all have out there in the world, they gonna kill you. And it's simple as that. Hey, it's wild. Verbal Pick Radio, we're out.